Hey guys, so I just wanted to share a quick word with you guys today. We will not be posting a video today. I needed a break. I asked Elvis, I'm like, can we skip out this week? Because it's been kind of hectic at work. It's a lot happening, and I'm doing a lot. I'm involved in a lot, doing conferences and things like that. So it got a little heavy this week, and I was like, you know what? I need a break. But I wanted to come on in case there's someone else like me feeling overwhelmed. And I was thinking about it because I'm like, man, I feel like sometimes people don't want to talk about this overwhelmingness because it feels like, oh, someone else is going through something worse, or it could be worse, or at least I don't have this experience, or I'm not going through this. Look at so and so who's going through that. This is much more worse. I should be grateful. And it's almost like we minimize and we ourselves invalidate our feelings when God teaches us the opposite, right? He tells us to come to him when we're heavy burdened, right? He says he's near the brokenhearted. So when we are going through experiences, when we are going through pain, he wants to hear from us. So I want to encourage you today, if you're feeling overwhelmed for whatever the reason, right? There's no standard of who's hurting more. It's not a who has it bad, who has a worse game when it comes to casting your cares. It's really just about coming to God and saying, look, I'm overwhelmed today. I'm tired. I'm scared. I'm worried. I'm concerned about this. And you fill in the blank of what it is you're concerned about, of what scares you, of what you're worried about, because we all have different diverse experiences. If there's anything that you're taking away from our podcast in the last few episodes that we've done, is that we all go through things, right? And it's not about, oh, she had it worse than me in my relationship, I should be grateful, or she's had it worse in motherhood, I should be grateful. The point, the message, if you take anything away from the last episode we've done, is that we all go through something. We all experience some form of heartbreak. We all experience some form of disappointment. We experience finance situations. We all experience a diverse and array of things because we live in this life. We live in this world. And the Bible did say that in this world we would have tribulations, right? But that he overcame the world. That's the hope and the comfort we have in him. But the point is we're going to go through things. So it doesn't matter how you're feeling right now. Maybe you can't relate to being overwhelmed out of the busyness of life, but you can relate to being overwhelmed because of something else. So I'm just exhorting today this message to remind you guys to cast your cares on God because he cares for you. The Bible says that it's not, there's no exemption or no clause as to what you could bring to God. And I'm going to read 1 Peter 5 verse 7 in the AMP version. It says, the amplified version, casting all your cares, all, not just one, not just one that may seem to others more important or more valid. Cast all your cares, so all your anxieties, all your worries, and all your concerns once and for all on him, for he cares about you with deepest affection and watches over you very carefully. He watches over you, and he just wants you to share the load. That heaviness, that feeling you feel on your neck because of the situation, the lack of sleep you're experiencing, the headaches you're probably getting, or the discomfort in your body because of all the stress, of all the worry, whatever it is that you're experiencing or going through, cast it all on him. Whether it be physical, whether it's spiritual, whether it's emotional, whether it's financial, there's no limit to what God can do. So don't limit his ability to help you feel that relief and feel that peace in the midst of whatever you're going through. Cast all your cares, everything you're feeling, give it to him, and trust that he is watching over you and that he cares for you, and because he loves you, that everything will work together for your good. So no matter how you're feeling today, however what time of day you're receiving this message, cast it all on him. Take a minute to just decompress, and I'm applying it to myself, and write it down, right? I sat down and wrote 2 things I was grateful for that happened today. Maybe you don't even have the strength to write 2 things you're grateful for today. But write down the things that are worrying you. Write down the things that are causing fear, that are causing some form of anxiety. Write them down and verbalize and say, you know what, God? Take it. Because obviously, I'm not doing a great job handling it. And give me the strength to pull through. No matter what you're feeling, no matter what you're going through, there's no exemption. There's no preference. Your worries are your worries. Your fears are your fears. Don't minimize what you feel. Don't minimize your experience, and give it to God and trust that he can do it. I don't know who needs to hear it. I needed to hear it and be reminded that it doesn't matter how heavy the load, I can come to my Father because he cares for me. And I hope that you feel encouraged and you receive this word and that you're able to let it go and let God do what he has to do because he cares for you. And there's nothing better than just letting out and sharing a little bit the load. Sometimes it's hard to relate to others. Sometimes it's hard to talk to somebody in the moment. But let it go and talk to God because he's there for you. He watches over you and he wants to hear from you. So I hope you feel encouraged. I hope you feel strengthened and reminded that you don't have to go through it alone, that we're all going through things one way or another, as it is part of life, but that he cares for us and that there's a source that we can seek spiritually. There's other sources you can seek too, earthly, right? Therapy, maybe a friend, maybe you have a friend, maybe you have a relative, someone that's trustworthy. But when all else fails, go to him. I would always say go to him first and then seek guidance somewhere else. And I hope you're encouraged, strengthened, and nothing. Catch up on our episodes, and we'll see you guys next week.